Use the rule to the T, because even while I'm phrasing out those rules also for you, I'm very careful while even phrasing out those rules, because you're ultimately going to write it not just to apply it, but also teach other people. So that's the reason I repeat each and every word, repeat each and every line, so that you have that rule written properly, so that tomorrow nobody can question you even when you teach, right? So this is one part. So let's continue. Write down the next point. See, what we are doing now is we have discussed the traits, the karakatwas, or we have gone about with the description of the fourth bhava. Now we need to get into the upavidhi one by one. And by the way, this is a part of the higher sessions. So what I usually do in the first session itself, I will give you a taste of what you're going to have as far as the higher session is concerned. Like, for example, in the previous module, we discussed about the third bhava. So if the third bhava is good, okay. If the third bhava is bad, what in the third bhava is bad, sir? What in the third bhava is good, sir? So we need to go about and get into the process of proper dissection. Similarly, now giving you a hint on how do we go about and get into this dissection in coming up with upadhi, right? So that is the way it is. So now the fourth bhava indicates your beauty. Write down. The fourth bhava indicates your beauty. So the grahas in the fourth bhava will signify beauty. How will the graha signify beauty? How will the graha signify beauty, ma'am? Beauty, sir? Whatever that graha represents as a relationship, that will signify beauty. So if sun is in the fourth bhava, who will be beautiful? If sun is in the fourth bhava, who will be beautiful? The father will be beautiful. Very good, ma'am. Very good. Very good. So the father will be beautiful. The father-in-law will be beautiful. That's all. Now, this bhavadibadi, who signifies beauty, let us say the fourth bhava lord is in the seventh. Please write down. The fourth bhava lord is in the seventh. So immediately your mind should go, oh, the bhavadibadi, which signifies beauty, is going to the seventh bhava, which means the kalatra will be beautiful. The kalatra will be beautiful. Okay. So we have a graha in the bhava, which signifies beauty. Of course, the fourth bhavadibadi, the fourth bhava itself signifies beauty. So the fourth bhavadibadi, wherever he is, obviously that would also signifies beauty. An example being fourth bhava lord in the seventh, kalatra will be beautiful. Got the point? Next. The fourth bhava having a moon. So whenever you see moon in the fourth bhava, immediately it should strike your mind that this is getting into a dikbala. It is getting into a strength, right? So you have ucha, which is exaltation. You have mula trikona, again, that is important. Then you have swarashi in its own sign. So equal to the mula trikona, or perhaps even more than the mula trikona, the grahas getting into a dikbala function, which means they are very adamant about what they want. Adamant in a positive way. So dikbala indicates strength. So here, when the fourth bhava lord has a moon or Chandra Bhagavan and is associated with Shani, Now, how do we predict the fourth? Having moon, Chandra Bhagavan, which gets into a Digbala here, right? Which means the fourth is getting strong. So The mother will be beautiful in her young age, but in the middle age, she will have an aged appearance. She will have an aged appearance. So you need to learn to mingle both. Mother was beautiful, sir. She was a beautiful lady. You know how she used to look? She used to look like K.R. Vijaya. But then, middle age onwards, how beautiful she used to look. How is she looking so aged as of now? You will find this as a case. Which means you have a graha which is getting into a bala. You have a graha which gets into a bala. And you also have a ashubha graha, a bhavi. So beauty is there, especially why we are considering moon only in this reason, because moon signifies beauty. We are talking about beauty here, right? And he is parallelly associated with the ashubha graha, which means what? Shani. Shani, which indicates what? Darkness. So immediately it should come to your mind, okay, the beginning beautiful, extremely beautiful, nice to look at, but as time progresses, the beauty diminishes. The beauty diminishes. All of this is something that you need to keep in mind while predicting about the fourth bhava. So let us say Shukra in the fourth bhava. Shukra again gets into a directional strength in the fourth bhava. But what would you predict? What is the point that you want to convey here? Venus or Shukra Bhagavan, who indicates the wife, is beautiful. Sun, the fourth bhava, father is beautiful. So now, if you have a Ashubha Graha associated here, beautiful wife, sir, beautiful father-in-law, you know how they used to look. But as time went on, it started declining. This is the way it is. Now, in a female horoscope, next, in a female horoscope, this is a rule. In a female horoscope, Lagna Lord in the seventh, the fourth Bhava Lord, along with the Ashubha Graha. See, I'm just going to give you this as something to contemplate upon. Horoscope is not required here. Just to contemplate. Certain things you should contemplate in your mind. In a female's horoscope, right? The Lagna Lord is in the seventh. The fourth Bhava Lord is associated with the Ashubha Graha, and is aspecting the seventh or associated with the seventh. Now just look at my screen here. I'm not drawing a horoscope because this is just a rule. See, in a female horoscope, the Lord of the Lagna one is in the seventh. So what does the seventh indicate? The seventh indicates Kalatra. The seventh indicates the process of me uniting with somebody. In the same horoscope, the fourth Bhava Lord, which we are discussing about, in this context, we are actually referring to beauty here, is associated, right, or along with the Ashubha Graha, is along with the Ashubha Graha, and somebody needs to go on mute, is associated with the Ashubha Graha, and either associated or aspecting the seventh. So here, what will happen is Lagna I'm marking this for you, is moving towards Kalatra. Okay, fine. You can move towards Kalatra, you can get married. The fourth, which indicates the beauty, is associated with the Ashubha Graha and is also connected with the seventh. If the fourth is associated with the seventh, I have no problem. You should also have no problem. Does it mean Kalatra can be beautiful? We will get into what it actually means later on. But the problem here is not about the fourth bhava or the fourth bhavadipati associated with the seventh. The problem is the fourth bhava lord is associated with the Ashubha Graha and he is associating himself with the seventh. So now what you should predict in such cases is, since the Lagna lord is in the seventh, the fourth bhava, the fourth bhavadipati, which indicates one's beauty, that is good. But since he is along with the Ashubha Graha, so what it means is after the marriage, whether it is a Stree or whether it is a Putra, their beauty will diminish. Their beauty will diminish. Right? So Lagna Lord getting into the seventh, getting anywhere for that matter, but here we are choosing seventh in order to indicate after which event certain things started happening in your life. Here we are discussing about beauty here. So Lagna moving towards seventh, Kalatra. Fourth Bhava Lord fourth Bhava Lord is associated with Ashubha Graha and connected to the seventh. So after marriage, the beauty will diminish. Simple ways that I'm giving you in order to go about and contemplate upon and predict as far as the horoscope is concerned. Right? Now, let us say, I will give you time to ask questions. Let us say, same Lagna Lord is in the seventh. This person is average looking, whoever you call it. It could be a male, it could be a Stree, whoever it is. Lagna Lord is in the seventh. And now let us say the fourth Bhavadipati or the fourth Bhava Lord is aspecting. Who's this fourth Bhava Lord? Who indicates beauty. And most importantly, if he happens to be a Shubha Graha, right? There you will get a clearer answer. I know where you will come up to. You will say, what if he is a Shubha Graha? The fourth Bhava Lord, which indicates beauty, he also happens to be a Shubha Graha, right? And he is connected with the seventh Bhava. So immediately what you can predict, this boy was so-so, this girl was so-so. You know how she was before marriage? You know how this boy used to look? But after marriage, what has happened to this girl? This girl looks beautiful. This girl looks wonderful. What has happened to this boy? This boy looks so handsome. This boy looks so dashing after marriage. So this is the way you need to connect the bhava, the karakatwa of the bhava with a graha and most importantly a bhava. Right? Which means one person will have and after a certain time he will lose it. Some person won't have and he will get it. So good turning bad, bad turning good. From what context here? We are referring to beauty here. Is all reflected here. So you should be able to go about and navigate using these tools. So next, write down, if the fourth bhava in one's horoscope